Sorry, serious face while just looking to see where the wine was and how many bottles of red are left. It appears there's only one. And this is a Chilean Pinot Noir. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're keeping safe and well on this Tuesday? Friday. What day is it? On this Friday evening, when maybe you'd normally be planning to go out or something, or I don't know, it's just crazy. Where are the days at the moment? Good evening to each and every one of you. So I'm cooking something up in the kitchen this evening, a little bit different. I thought we'd just mix it up a little bit. I had a look what was in the fridge, thought about doing some pork, decided against the pork, and I've really gone a bit out the bag, really, tonight. Anyway, how are you all? How are you keeping? I hope you're keeping safe and well. I've done some interesting things today. Not really. I've just spent time going over the internet, having a look at a few different things, looking at different conspiracy theories and thoughts, which I sort of tested out on the internet and got some rather interesting mix of opinions there earlier. But of course, life is about thinking about things in different ways and seeing what different people's opinions are. Bear with me, I just need to open this wine. Screw cap, New World technology. And also I did a little bit of research on my own blood group. I always knew I had a rare blood group. So I was looking up my blood group earlier, which is rhesus negative, which is blood group O. It's O rhesus negative, so you get A and AB, etc., etc. And I didn't realise how rare my blood group was. And also that my blood can be used to help anybody that needs blood in emergencies. So it's the most popular blood to use in emergencies if they need to put blood into people before they have a chance to find out what blood they are. So it's used a lot in life-saving. So it's like one of the rarest bloods to get hold of because it's so in demand and can be used anywhere. So it's nice to think that I am a bit of an angel. But then I was doing more research and reading on it to find that they actually can't find the origin of my blood group or anybody that is rhesus negative. And there's all sorts of theories of where it came from. One being from the Watchers. So that was the angels that came down to Earth right before mankind began as such, and the other one is from the Anunnaki, who in the alien world are infamous from being the first people that helped to develop early ancestor man into the Mayans who built all those sort of early pyramids that are just built with such precision. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Here's a glass of red. Let's share a glass of wine and some love. Oh, wow. So I've just got in the oven some ribs. So I've made these beautiful ribs. Let's just open the oven if I haven't burnt them already. Oh, I might have cooked them a little bit. They look cooked quite well, don't they? So I've made these ribs. I put them together. Yeah, they're definitely well cooked ribs. No, I haven't really made them. I just made them appear out of this box. But what I have made, which I'll show you shortly, is the coleslaw that goes with it, which I've made fresh this evening. Not the same one that I made the other day that I had very mixed opinions about, particularly from Luke Howells. Steve, could you possibly hold my phone for me one moment? I know you don't like to get involved with any of these filmings. Good evening, Kate Wollaston, Al Bolger, hello to you, Craig Neal, good evening to all of you, Richard Lane. I'm just going to turn this around, Steve. There you are. I know you don't want to be on the camera, so I'm just going to put this beautiful barbecue sauce. So this is really easy. If you want to do yourself a tasty snack We bought these ones from Sainsbury's, I think they were, which is just over the road from us. And then you have to cook them for about 20-25 minutes. And then towards the end, you get this beautiful sticky glaze sauce. This is the barbecue sauce that I'm going to put over the top like so. Spread it over. Oh, and it smells really rich and sweet and barbecuey. And you just know that this is going to be high in sugar and it's going to taste really good, because everything high in sugar ends up tasting really good, doesn't it? So we're going to throw that back in the microwave for 5 minutes, which will accompany, there we are, might not even need 5 minutes to be fair, and that's going to accompany something else that I've knocked up. I can't even break the box open. And of course, you know, while this Corona's going on, we're cooking at home a lot more. We're probably spending more time on the internet. We're going a little bit crazy at the same time. I think I am. But you have to be a little bit crazy to live in this crazy world, don't you? We might be drinking a little bit more. I think Steve gave me some stats earlier that consumption of drinking at home has gone up by 55% or something like that. I'm not surprised. We're English and all the pubs are closed. So I'm just going to show you, right, I'm going to put my rice in. We're going to have tonight 5 whole grain rice. Very good for you. This is Golden Sun rice. So that's going to go in the microwave, do the first minute. I've also I cut up some courgette, just a small bit of courgette. I put some peas in there. I used the last bit of orange pepper that I had, and I'm sure I put something else in there. Oh, and I also chopped a little bit of red onion to go in there to give it some extra flavour. So that's cooked in my eyes. I popped it in the microwave for 2 minutes after I'd poured hot water in and cooked that up. We've now got some rice in there, so we're going to have some rice. We're going to have that veg with it. I'll mix those two together. And then I also made this. So this is some fresh coleslaw. I used some red cabbage that I'd used for a meal the other day. I used some carrot that I had in the freezer actually, and I just took it out, defrosted it, chopped it up, and then I've used some fresh Spanish onion, which I've chopped into there. I've then added some lemon, some salt and pepper, and some mayonnaise from out the fridge, some 50% less Hellmann's mayonnaise, and I've just mixed it all together. And obviously going with the barbecued ribs and the glaze, going with the rice and the veg, it's going to give a really lovely crisp and cold contrast to the hot, which will just be really great for the dish. I'm sure you may have been somewhere to like TGI's where you get the coleslaw served with your steak or your ribs, and it just mixes up that style of dish. Right, I've heated up those plates enough. I'm going to put I've got the plates here without the wooden board tonight, so that'll make it a little bit easier to serve when we serve that up. Any comments, Steve, this evening?
Just asking if I can cook.
If Steve can cook, Steve never cooks. never cooks. You have cooked something once, didn't you? I came home once and he'd made a curry or something like that. So, what have we got? What's coming up?
Richard Lane said Keith Floyd eat your heart out.
yeah, just with the right. They used to say he was an alcoholic, you know, Keith Floyd. I don't want to go there, but I absolutely love, even to this day, when you see the repeats of Keith Floyd, and some of them are that old, it's in the old square TV, so they have to fill out the sides of the screen in black. But that guy had such character, and he was so lovely, and he always had a glass of wine on the go. And it was a classic chef with charm and knowledge as well. God, did he see the world while he was eating. Ow. Okay, so we've got the rice. So I'm now just going to get this bowl here. I'm going to get the rice and pour it in, like so. There it is. Look at those lovely beans in there. And now what I'm going to do is get these vegetables that we microwaved up. I'm just going to drain like so. There we are, we have a lovely mix of fresh veg in there that we can mix in with that rice. So the great thing about this, we're talking about each time I cook, I'm trying to give you food that you can use that you may have in your cupboards or your freezer or your fridge. So you may have different types of veg that you can use in there. It's about not overcooking them. The whole grain rice, obviously, is really, really good for you as well. We're just going to get a spoon and we're just going to turn that in there. So we're mixing in that lovely whole grain rice with those lovely fresh vegetables that we've got in there. So the same again, we've got goodness in there, so all sorts of conspiracy things, but the main thing is, to me, coronavirus is a virus, and the way to fight off a virus, I was always taught by my mum, by my nan, is, you know, you've got to get good nutrients inside you, get vitamins inside you. So here we're using fresh vegetables and stuff that are good and kind to our body, the same as the good rice, the brown rice, the beans, the pulses. So there we have it. So I'm happy with that. Look at that, nice and colourful on the plate with that carrot in there and that fresh veg in there. We're now going to go straight into the oven. And we're going to grab, oh, look at those ribs. See it sizzling away there, look. Just hold that still, Steve. There they are, so we've got those beautiful ribs. We're going to put it into 2 portions. So I'm just going to cut it. Where's the centre? It's bigger at one end than the other, isn't it? Where do you serve? We'll go there. There you are. We'll just cut it down there like so. And now what I want to do is just get that portion, get something to get under there. That's the very thing I want. So we can scrape up. We've got that beautiful, oh look at that, I'm loving the look of that crispy sauce. Crispy sauce where it's come off and it's cooked. Just getting under those ribs. I always recommend use a spatula for something like this, so that you don't rip all your paper and you don't scratch your tin as well. It just makes it a little bit easier. He says, as the paper rips and tears at the same time, but we'll roughly get there once I can get that back under. Sometimes you've just got to use your fingers, haven't you? Oh, that's why I've gone under the paper. Let's try that again. If in doubt. Ow! There we are. Foil's off. So we're going to serve one of those on here, like so. Foil's back again. There we are. We'll get the other one. We're going to serve on there, like so. And I like the burnt bit, so I'm just going to put that on there as well. So they're served up. So there's the ribs on the rice. So what have you been doing with your day? I'd love for you to leave in the comments box what you're doing different that you would not normally be doing. I'm making the most from this time. Obviously, you know, there's lots of things raising funds for our incredible NHS, which I'm all for, doing a great job. Speaking with friends of mine that work there that are just, you know, they're just in intense conditions. And for those friends of mine that are over at the Nightingale Hospital as well, brand new hospital that was built in, what, 2 weeks' time, was it? Just incredible, really, what we're capable of doing. So here is this fresh made coleslaw. So the beautiful thing about this is you're going to get the lemon cutting through. It's going to help to bring out the flavours of the red cabbage, the carrot and the Spanish onion that I've chopped and put in there. Do you want more on there, Steve, or is that's okay? So there we are. We can put the rest of that back in the fridge. I've got the mayonnaise there. So a bit of a tastier, fresher dish tonight. This is what, let me just take that one off there for aesthetic purposes. This is what we've made tonight. We've cooked up some barbecue ribs. We've cooked that 5-grain rice. We're putting our own fresh vegetables into there as well, that we then turn into the rice once it's cooked. And then we've made up that lovely fresh coleslaw with red cabbage, onion, carrots, mayonnaise, lemon, salt and pepper. Ready to serve. This is going to be crunchy, fresh, tasty, and is our tea. So thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in again for finding some of Phil's flavours. A little bit different, easy to make. Love you loads, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.